I've had stomach issues since I was about 15, I think. At that time, it was, you know, small IBS symptoms that eventually grew and grew and grew. So there, I guess I've had some kind of issue that I have never addressed for many, many years.
And how old are you now?
I'm 31.
31. And so since you were 16 years old, you've had some kind of gut issue going on.
Yeah. I went to the doctors first. As I said, I had IBS. I went to the doctors for the first time, I think in 2017. He said like, oh, you have bloating and you have these issues. He said you should try this PPI drug, which I would, you know, with the knowledge I know now, I would, you know, have enough to sue him for malpractice. You know, it's the worst thing you can do basically for an IBS person.
Yeah, but proton pump inhibitor for everyone.
Yes, correct.
To help reduce stomach acid.
Yeah, just to help with the heartburn.
Yes.
But basically making IBS worse. So, and I had some nights, I would call them maybe 12-hour flare-ups at night. So I had very, very severe sharp stomach pains, I think 3 times. And after one occasion, I ended up in the ER. And that was the first time I actually noticed I have like elevated inflammation markers. But they thought it was appendicitis. And they only looked at my colon. And my small intestine was never really checked out. But then my life went on, and then in 2019 I've had half a year of renovations of this apartment here, and a lot of stress and working late and not enough sleep and not enough rest and reset, and it all culminated in a bad flare-up, let's say, summer of 2019, and I knew right away something was wrong. I was having sharp stomach pains, like it wasn't going away, and I said no. I said to my co-workers, like, I'm going to be away for some time. This is not right. I lost around 10% of my body weight, I would say. I lost a lot of weight and energy, of course. I was having, 20 bowel movements per day over, like, throughout the day and night, no sleeping, and just wishing for it to be over. And
so what are your symptoms now? Now that we've gone through the S.H.I.E.L.D program over the last year, what are your symptoms like now?
Oh, I have no really adverse symptoms to speak of. I have some symptoms to an degree, but it's not, we're not talking flares. We're not talking, limitations or anything. I'm living a full life.
Awesome. So how many bowel movements, any cramping, pain, bloating, urgency, energy, are you able to eat, all that stuff?
I have a broad diet. Symptoms, cramping, I would say very, very mild.
Yeah.
Not really noticeable, not really limiting me to anything. Bloating is still present, as people have, but it's not really nearly as bad as it was before. At the time I was burping, I couldn't get a meal with my parents at all, without burping at the dinner table, and they would call me, Daniel, like, stop burping and all that. I basically haven't done that for a year now.
And what about your lab work? I mean, what's your C-reactive protein now? Last time we checked.
1.6 milligram.
1.6? Are you taking any medications?
None.
So you went from 132 CRP to a 1.6?
Yes.
Naturally from your house?
Yes.
Everyone listening to Daniel right now, can we give him a clap on that? And what about your Calprotectin, inflammation in the gut? What were you before? And then what was your last test on your Calprotectin?
Calprotectin was, so we measured, not when I was at my worst, but when I started working with you, the Calprotectin was 308.
Yes.
And that's over, so the limit, I think, is 180.
Yes, roughly.
So about twice over the limit, which isn't really record breaking, but it's not good, and now it is less than 10. I mean, they can't give me or they haven't given me a value at the test, but
less than 10.
Yeah.
So 308 to less than 10.
Yeah.
On it.
So,
from your house.
Huh?
All from your house. All from
yes. Well, yeah. As I mentioned very early on, IBD is serious. It needs to be taken for what it is, and you know, I needed coaching. Even me, I'm a capable person. I couldn't, as you did. You went on and you tried things for several years, and you had an even dire state than I had. But you shouldn't play with IBD, and you need to have some form of support. And if medicine really isn't working for you, or if Western medicine isn't really working, you know, this is really something, you know, and it can even work together with Western medicine. I'm not saying Western medicine is out of the picture, but we can, I think all IBD patients can agree on that the things we do in our everyday life does change the picture of the disease, and there are things in your actions that you yourself are responsible for, and that you can manage on your own. And I mean, we've all felt that bitterness and that sense of, you know, real struggle and pain and despair, and just to have another tool and just to have a little bit more understanding. I mean, this is invaluable. I mean, suppose I live another few decades, and you know, if I'm very grateful to have those tools now early on, and not years later on. So yeah, you know, getting good advice early on, you know, from a coach is invaluable. What do you have to lose, really? I mean, we aren't really introducing things with serious side effects. Like, what are you losing, really? We have, you know, a list of potential benefits, you know, and maybe you lose out some money, maybe money's tight, you know, but look at the gains versus the potential costs. You know, what do you have to lose, really, in this case? Is what I would say.